If you watch my last video, it was saying basically don't ever buy a Hyundai or a Kia. And I made that video in response to, once again, my wife's 2018 Hyundai Sonata breaking down and once again having to get it towed home or towed to a shop. We've had nothing but trouble from this car ever since she's got it. And we're not the only ones. There's all kinds of issues with these cars. Class action lawsuits, all kinds of things, just because of these engines here, 2.4 GDI engines. Now, in the video, I also explained, some of the problems we were having. One of them being that we go through every month 5 quarts of oil. We have to put 5 quarts of oil in this car every month. No matter what happens, always 5 quarts of oil. It's just what we go through. And also, once a week, she ends up having some sort of misfire, and it's usually because the spark plugs get covered in oil. So once a week I have to take the plugs out, clean the plugs off, put it back in, and usually that solves the problem. So at about 72,000 miles, also, this engine had a rebuild. It was done in the shop because she still had some sort of warranty left on it. The warranty ran out at 75,000 miles, so it was like right before it. And she took it into the garage, and the mechanic, he wanted to get a new engine put in. That was his recommendation. But, it being close to the end of the warranty, they wasn't going to go for that. They just said just do the rebuild. So I asked the mechanic, I called the mechanic after this, asked what all he did, because I couldn't find any paperwork on it. I don't know what she did with it, but it was basically a bottom end rebuild. Crank, pistons, the whole works here. That was supposed to solve this oil consumption issue and all of this other stuff, but it did not. It didn't solve anything. We still went through all kinds of oil every month. We still had the spark plugs, get oil on them every week. It's just constant trouble. So this time she's driving. This is about 26,000 miles after this rebuild. She's driving on the highway. Car starts running like crap. She's calling, broke down on the side of the highway. We have to get it towed here. I get it in here. I hook up the scanner. It's a misfire, just like I suspected. I figured it was a misfire because sometimes it'll be a misfire in one cylinder, and she's able to, limp to wherever she's got to go until I can fix it. And if it's a misfire in 2 cylinders, you're not able to drive it. You're not able to do anything. So I figured that's what it was. This time, when I read the OBD2, when she first brought it home, it was a P300 code, 302, 303, and a 304 misfire. So I was like, wow, it's not just 2, it's 3. So I pulled all the plugs, cleaned the plugs, seen if that would help, put them back in. Did nothing. Now the cylinder 3 misfire, it never showed back up. I don't know if that was just like a random thing that happened and maybe it cleared itself. I don't know, but it never showed back up. The only thing I ever had trouble with after the first reading was cylinder 2 and cylinder 4. So I switched cleaned the plugs, like I said. Then I find out it's not the plug. So I switched the coils to see if it would change anything. Didn't change anything. It was always in 2 and 4. So then I, switched the spark plugs, thinking, okay, maybe the spark plug's bad. No, it never moved. I did everything to see if it was something up there that I could just easily fix, but it never changed anything. So then I ran a compression test, and we had low compression in 4 and in 2. And the other 1 and 3 had great compression. So I thought, man, there's something, seriously wrong on the bottom, or something wrong in the head. So I ripped the engine out, as you can see, pulled it apart, and my first thought was, maybe there was something wrong on the block or something, catastrophic in the pistons, but pistons seem fine. There's no marks, no anything. Everything seems great on the piston side. And from what I can tell, there's really no leakage that goes down. I wasn't able to do a leak down test. I didn't have a leak down tester because, it's a whole nother story, but I didn't have a leak down tester. So I figured it was something, valve valves or something like that. So pulled it apart, and pistons look fine, everything looks fine on the bottom. Now the valves were leaking pretty good. All the valves on 2 and 4, and a couple of them on 3, were actually leaking. None of them were burnt out or anything, so we didn't have to replace any of them, but I did get them seated and everything, and now they don't leak anymore. So I'm hoping that solves the issue with the misfire. Also, the variable valve timing solenoid here, this had all kinds of gunk and everything on the screens here. I cleaned that off, and that's for the exhaust. And then the intake variable valve timing solenoid, on the inside here, there was all kinds of black dry soot that was down in there, and I don't know what that is from. It wasn't wet, it was literally dry. So I have no idea. The only thing I've seen that, you know, nobody else that I know has had that problem, and I looked it up on the internet to see if I could find out anything, and the only thing I've seen is maybe there was a small oil leak that burnt the oil up and turned it into black soot, but I'm not sure 100% on that one. But everything, you know, appears to be sealed. I don't see any leaks or anything here. And also, hold on, I lost my train of thought. Also, I found a couple of these pieces of metal shaving in the engine. So there's no telling what other types of metal shavings are down in this thing from manufacturing, and I'm pretty sure that they had an issue with that, because I can also feel here where the camshaft position sensor goes that it's really rough right here. There's like, it just wasn't deburred at all. And this one feels halfway decent, but this one's like really rough. And I think that was something that was wrong with these engines. There was some sort of mess up whenever they was making these, and there was just metal shavings left, and it caused some oil problems once it builds up and blocks your oil flow. So yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that it was just the valves, because I honestly can't see anything else, and I don't really want to go and redo everything on the bottom, considering it was just done 20,000 miles ago. They didn't do anything to the top, so I'm hoping that was my problem. But if you can think of anything, or if you got any comments about it or whatever, let me know, because I'm kind of scratching my head on this one. I don't see any type of issue anywhere except for the valves. So maybe it is, maybe it ain't, but we're about to put this thing back together, and we'll just have to see, I guess. All right, thanks for watching. But here, let's do it. I'm gonna try to start making videos again, but as you can see here, I'm kind of taping on my phone because I don't have my camera any longer. I got rid of it because I just kind of got burnt out and I was done with it. But you know, I'm kind of feeling it again, so maybe I'll get back in, start making videos. But I'll do a separate video talking about the future and what's to come or whatever. But if you've been around for a while, I appreciate you hanging around. I appreciate you still watching, so take it easy.